You are welcome here, traders. We'll be continuing from where we left off yesterday. And even though I did take some trades here and try to kind of see if we can capitalize on the movement that we are having. I did talk about how I'm expecting only this high and this low. We are trading in between. So I'm expecting a reaction from here before we go down low. And at the same time, anything can happen in the market. So yesterday I was thinking maybe it is the low point that we want to take first before going into the highs. So if he did tap this place before going into the highs, then I'm going to take away this other block because this is coming from a weekly, both monthly and weekly zone. So as we have that, and I did analyze yesterday that I didn't see any setup within this particular level here. I did not see any setup, even though this particular candle motivated me to kind of reason that, okay, this little imbalance that we have here is going to kind of give us some movement that will break this closing range that we have here. So then from this closing range, I was contemplating that we might kind of like surge below and come into the level that I've picked on weekly and monthly. I talked about this position trade level yesterday. And looking forward again, I'm anticipating that, okay, if we did close below this low, then automatically we'll be looking to sell from here to this particular level. I talked about all these things yesterday in our yesterday episode of Trade Ideas and Signal. Okay, so now here we are this morning. I received a call early this morning to attend to one or two things on my business that I couldn't make a analysis earlier. So, but coming back to the system now to see what is playing out. So I found out that, okay, I even though I saw this yesterday, and now see that we've closed above our closing range that we picked yesterday. And closing above this type of range, a closing range, then automatically we know we should be expecting some kind of test on the range for it to go up. And that's my anticipation. And that's my anticipation in the market that at least we're going to come back, retest this trend line that we have here, closing range trend line, and use it to kind of move forward. And yesterday evening, I discovered that I'd been with yeah, during what is it called? During London, I mean, during New York session, before New York session to do some analysis, we could have cashed this internal. But let's study what we have here. What happened yesterday on this lower time frame? Because I did take some uh, trades here. And looking at the within everything happened within Asian range anyway. And looking within that, because of this particular candle that we have here, this single candle here that broke and closed below this low, motivated me into thinking that, okay, this might actually be another block because we have this liquidity void that just formed, and I'm expecting the price to just go lower after coming back into these imbalances that we have here and using this breaker block that just stood there and reacting from this particular level that we have here. So giving us this leg, giving us a reaction, sending candle, this Marubozu candle down like this. I'm believing that, okay, we might actually be sending price lower. And as we did have it during what is it called? This is 2 a.m. 7 a.m. Okay. What time am I using? I guess I'm using, okay, let's change to London now. Using New York. I'm surprised. Lagos and London, we are using the same thing this time around. Okay. Yeah. So now you can see this happened during Frankfurt, and we have New London to come back and kind of like, utilize this other block to send price lower. And it did give us some very good, nice reaction. And I was expecting the price to continue lower. Then I was shocked to have price spend how many hours? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hours on that particular zone. And I was picking this orange from this particular PDA that I marked here to this high. That was what I picked as my zone. And as we can see, the reason why I took this little trade here is because of 5 minutes candle. 5 minutes candle that appeared there. And I was thinking that, okay, this particular candle is a very nice setup. Honestly, it's a very nice setup. A very nice setup. And I did take the trade. But I was expecting my return of 1 to 5. But to my surprise, it only gave 1 to 4. So giving only 1 to 4, and that's not my trade. And I was even if on the system, I've said I'm not going to be taking the trade, taking anything less than 5 reward, so that at least my risk reward ratio can be properly calculated. So now, having this level here, we I did the price reversed and did take out my, what is it called? To take out this particular one here, and did take out what is it called, the other one here also. So taking these two levels out of the market, I just said, from my analysis yesterday, I've been saying that I'm not going to be taking trades from this level because I don't kind of trust it. Okay, so if we have that, excuse me. If we have that in the market, and we could have easily reversed, and we have this level closing below, above this something, and we could have personally, what is it called? Take advantage of this level that we have here. So that's something. Then coming back to system this morning, from my belief that we've closed above this closing range, that we're going to kind of have what is it called? We're going to have a retest of this level here, and we begin to move. And as you can see, it did give us some kind of reaction, and I spot this level to be some kind of other block reacting from the internal structure that we have here into the eyes. So I quickly take a trade from this level. I didn't do much analysis. Then I took the trade, and this within this internal structure, just leaving the price a little below. Then the price went and take out the internal structure. But not giving up, I want to, I still re-enter the trade below just to capitalize on the whole other block price protect. And if it did eventually not work out the way I planned, then so be it. Anything can happen in the market. I'm just risking, even though I've said in my mind I'm not going to trade again because of the business that I went to attend to this morning. So not for me to kind of, my psychology has been messed up already, and I don't want to take that out on my trades. But nonetheless, spotting this kind of opportunity, it can work out and it might not work out. But seeing it, I would not taking it is something else. So if it didn't work out the way I planned, then I know that I I shall take the opportunity. It's just that it didn't work. It's planned. Okay. So just risking only 2%. The first 1% has been taken out. This is the second percentage. And if it is out, so be it. So what we're going to do now is this. Even though I'm already in this trade, what we're going to do is that I'm going to leave this one. Then we're going to kind of like add another Euro USD. Yeah, another Euro USD. Let's use forex.com to do our analysis. We redo all this analysis. We take it from 4 hour again. We'll not go on higher time frame just like we did yesterday. And as we can see, this particular level here, we have this. Okay, so I've done some analysis here, sir. Wow, and it did plan us. Okay, that's good. Let's take out all instruction. And this 4 hour remain 30 minutes for it to close. Do the same thing. And okay. So, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the right side of the market and we were going to just leave the left side out of it because we will use pure structure to do our something. So here happens to be our major MSS. We start just on uh, we've done higher time frame analysis yesterday, and we did have this level as our flip, no, as our trend change in the markets. This thing, and automatically here becomes our strong guy. So here becomes our strong guy, and here becomes our weak low. So we happens to be within this range now. So we'll be anticipating that price is going to come down and reach this level. But even though we have some kind of level here, that would be a massive another block, even though it didn't give some kind of, but we see that it's properly mitigated. And if it is properly mitigated, what are we expecting in the markets? We can be anticipating a retest of that place, or you know. But what do we have here? This is our weak eye, and we are expecting at least this leg, particular leg, to kind of sponsor, is a strong guy also, to sponsor the break of this weak low. As we have it, it didn't do that yet. So it kind of give us some retracement, shift in the market, which is major MSS. Give us that shift, okay? And what do we have next? After the shift, we have another TC within that structure. So we have a structure break, and as we can see, then here automatically becomes our another strong loop or is a major one, but since it's happening on 4 hour, we can count it as our strong major strong loop. So we'll go on lower time frame to kind of do that. So we have this level here, which form a very massive order block. And what do we have here? We have some kind of, let's say, we can call it liquidity void. No, fair value gap. It's on 4 hours. So we have that fair value gap there. And this particular leg here happens to be a very massive order block. But I will kind of like take this leg to be the body, it will be the expected something that we'll be expecting some mitigations for. But the fair value gap is giving us some kind of reaction in the market. So here happens to be a very massive order block. Somehow, we can't trust it because all these things are happening within this range that we have here. And to me, I believe after this major shift that we have here, don't forget we discussed in our previous videos that we have what is it called? Some TC here, total soup here, which give us some kind of flip in the market, which generates this shift that we have here. So if that's the case, and we have that in the market, I'm not leaning toward any side of the market. My major buy is from this particular level down here, the level that we have within this place on weekly. So this is my this is the level I'm anticipating, the internal structure on weekly that I'm anticipating. So this is an internal structure. So okay, please give me a minute. Let me pause this. So sorry for that little break. So this is the internal structure I'm anticipating on weekly. And I picked some things on monthly. And I've said I'm expecting this particular leg here. From this leg, I'm expecting some price movement into the high. for position trading. I'm already set the order. So coming to daily, so you can see we have this particular level here and we are reacting from it. Anyway, sorry. Uh, okay. So we have this particular leg here, but let's stick to 4 hour and try to stick with what we are having and what we are still looking at. Okay. So looking at this level, I'm expecting some kind of reaction from this other block that we have here. And if this fair value gap did not eventually hold and did not even send price higher, then we can be anticipating some kind of movement into this internal structure that we have within this this OB, so which covers the whole body of this candle. So I've taken a trade, so that would mean two losses for me if this did not eventually hold. Or if I drop this video earlier and the price is still here, you can kind of try to capitalize on it and move with the market into the highs. Okay, so now what we're going to basically do is this. We're going to place another here because we already have a shift and we have this TC in the market. And here is our target. I'm expecting price to properly mitigate all these places that we have here, even though there is no much imbalances. But at the same time, I'm expecting the price to do what? To mitigate it. So we have that level there. And if it didn't hold, I'll be anticipating this particular leg here. So there, here we kind of being I'm going to make it 35 pips. Anything can happen in the markets, and that's 1,750. That will give us massive 1 to 5. And anything can happen, honestly speaking. We can react from this leg and begin to go into the ice. So it will kind of serve as, what is it called? Edging toward our trade here. So if eventually price did react, give us comes into this eye, take out this place, then automatically. But we'll be monitoring closely to see the kind of reaction we're going to have from this particular level. But let's go on lower time frame if we can still kind of like peak, reduce this so that at least our take profit will be in between this particular leg. So on 1 hour, so we can see the kind of reaction we are having already. So if I thought if we're going to be taking this whole range. So the type of reaction we are having, we have this turtle soup here, and we have a flip. We have this turtle soup. The market did not close above it. It's a minor one, minor turtle soup up. Then here becomes our strong, what is it called? Strong guy. It becomes a strong guy. I didn't do all those ones before now. So we have this to be our flip in the market, but we are still within this leg, don't forget. So it's a kind of uh, readjustment that can happen in the market. So we have a minor flip here. And as we can have it, we have this particular candle giving us some kind of reactions in the market. So this leg can be taken out, but here will be our consolation for everything that happened here. So personally, I believe in this kind of something. But from what we are looking at and from the reaction we are getting from this leg, I'm no longer trusting this particular something. So we can come out, give some kind of reactions into this leg, and we'll be reacting from there. So let's stop on 1 hour. I don't want to go any longer to any other lower time frame. So I'll be sticking with this trade and I'm going to capitalizing on that regardless. Whatever happens here happens here. So this gives us some kind of shift, but until this major strong low is being broken, I'm not looking to sell. So that will be my trade. This will be my trade for today. Apart from the two losses that I've taken from this leg, this will be my trade. Because as it is, this leg is, I believe, personally believe that, okay, this is out of the market already. So that will be making 3% of my account just today. But nonetheless, we're going to have it all back once if this 1 to 5 come. And that's all. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a profitable trading.